Alright guys, today, taking the transmission off, we got the ratchet on the crank to spin it over as he takes the converter bolts out with the impact there.
12 volt.
Let me know when to stop.
Keep going. Keep going.
And as I turn this ratchet
Right there.
on the crank,
Add a little more.
it is
there. Right there.
moving these pistons freely because there's no head. And the reason we are separating everything is because this number 6 piston,
That's 4, not 5.
has a, well, it's exploded.
That's 4, not 5.
So now in the parts list, we have the intake off, we have the exhaust manifold, the header panel, we have a little bit of the dash, the drive shafts, we have everything like that here. And then in the motor, we have transmission torque converter still intact. We don't want to separate those, just so all of our fluid stays in. We don't have to mess with any fluid when we do put it back in. Everything should be ready to go when we bolt it up with the motor. So this here is our problem. That there,
Still fires up, baby.
that is the crank, and that is definitely scarring on the crank. So this crank is probably toast. The oil pan is toast. I am gonna take it apart though, because I do feel like I can save the rest of these pistons and some of the bearings that are on the crank now. Not sure about the cam. A lot of these cams are pretty much indestructible, but I don't know about this cam. But I will say the Jeep was running when we parked it, so the cam might still be intact.
It was mudding when we parked
I know the connecting rod is toast. The piston is jammed in sideways, so I'm sure the piston itself is toast. We're about to flip it over on the side and dig into this oil pan and see what we can get out of it, see what parts we find.
Yeah.
So we got the oil pan pulled off. We got a chunk of the cam, which is crazy for a Jeep. Cam goes all the way down there. Cam broke there in between the pistons, knocked out all the valves. That's a piece of the cam that's broke off sideways and just jammed up in there. The piston is actually still jammed up in the motor,
Oh my god.
which I'm gonna take that out actually. This is that's crank bearings right there. That's connecting rod. This is just absolute carnage. This is what happens when you give Josh a Jeep. Alright guys, got the crank here. There's a little bit of scarring here on the backside from where the number 6 piston exploded. Piece of cam still stuck in there. The rest of the cam I'm just gonna leave. I did manage to punch the rest of the pistons out, so I do have good pistons for the next motor build. So hopefully we can get something together out of them. Any parts are good parts, I'm telling you.